Alright, my garden is officially done and planted. First row here, these are squash and zucchini. You can see we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 on this row. This row here also squash and zucchini. A couple of strawberries. I think those 2 or 3 strawberries got in that patch. This row here, of course, you can see tomatoes, different types, Roma tomatoes. These right here are the Romas. There's also some pear tomatoes, some better bush tomatoes, some princess tomatoes, I don't even know, all kinds of tomatoes. And then down there at the end is some more squash and zucchini. So 2 whole rows of squash and zucchini, plus the back of the garden back there is also full of squash and zucchini. Here we have another about half row of tomato plants, sorted varieties. And here we have some tomato plants. Over here you'll see some of these tomato plants. I don't know if you can actually see, they actually are starting to flower, which means the fruit will be coming soon. Down here we have some green onions that look like they're about to die, but they've looked like that since we planted them. My basil got hit by the frost. There's one little plant, one little basil right there still alive. And then down here a little bit right there, that's my beautiful basil. That's my sweet basil plant, and it's doing really well. In between it we have some oregano that appears to be doing really well as well. Likes these growing conditions. And then, silly me, I had 2 extra squash, so I placed them there. I need to put some sort of fence for them to grow. We have, of course, a little bit of rosemary, and then the rest of that row is assorted peppers and, of course, another zucchini at the end. This row right here is all Texas super sweet yellow onions. They are doing well down towards the end where it goes downhill and it's a little more shaded. The second row of onions are these are red onions, large red onions, and then my last row of the garden is my white onions, whole row of them. So the onions are, like I said, down at that end you can see they're really green and doing well. Down at this end they're a little more sparse and brown, so I'm not quite sure about what that means, if I need to place them in more shade next year or what. But everything else seems to be doing pretty well, and all my fencing got done today so that the squash and zucchini will have room to start growing and start climbing. And all my tomatoes, except for my 2 little peewees who aren't doing too well, that one and that one, I haven't put netting around them yet because I'm not really sure that they're going to survive. But other than that, the garden's looking good. Today is April 10th and got it completely planted the last weekend of March. So things are starting to look good. The squash and zucchini were about 1/4 of this size when I planted them. They have really taken off. And the tomatoes have all grown at least 1/2 foot. Some of the larger ones have grown 1 foot or 2 since we put them in. Alright, well, that's my garden.